Hello guys, Kevin the Comic Doctor coming to another edition of One on One, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about what's going on over at CGC. Any news or updates at CGC and the turnaround times and all that kind of stuff? Well, I'm going to talk about that today, but before we get there, guys, if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel, liking the content, hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when I upload or go live. That'll do you and me a lot of good, all right, guys? Listen. When I hit 1,500 subscribers, I'm going to be giving out a $250 gift certificate to my services here at the Comic Doctor shop. I'm also going to be giving out some other nice little prizes. I'm already starting to put a little collection of comic books to give away as well when I hit 1,500 subscribers. And you know what? I'm getting to 1,500 subscribers a lot quicker than when I got to the 1,000 subscriber mark from 6 to 500 to 1,000. So I want to say thanks to everybody for subscribing thus far and taking part in the channel, the conversation, the chat, and the whole 9 yards. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm having fun doing it, and I hope you're having fun watching and joining in as well. Okay, so let's get right to it. So there's some things I want to talk about in particular about CGC. First of all, you know what? I always feel so bad because my turnaround times here at the Comic Doctor's office are kind of ugly. You know, if you've been watching the show for any length of time, you know that I'm working on books. Now I'm getting into the August months and into September pretty soon. So I'm about 3 to 4 months, behind. Which is pretty ugly. Until I heard some, I've been reading on Facebook groups and on the CGC boards that CCS is at 7 months. So what am I worried about? I'm not worried about anything. I know I'm doing a far better job than CCS, and yeah, I'm behind, and I hate being behind. But it tickled my heart a little bit knowing that they are really behind. They're almost to a year for having your books pressed and cleaned over at CCS. And that does not include grading, okay? So that's the first bit of news. If you have books over at CCS, expect at least a 7-month wait for your books to be, I won't even say clean. I don't think they clean books. They press the books. And that's another difference between myself and CCS and other pressers and CCS. Most professional pressers, independent pressers, we tend to clean the books as well too. CCS, I don't think they get into that unless you, I don't know, I'm not sure they even do that. I don't think they do. I've heard they don't. Perhaps if you've worked with CCS before, can you clarify in the chat section or in the comment section below, do they actually clean the books? Because I've heard otherwise, but I could be wrong, and I don't want to say they don't when they do, if they do, okay? So that's the first thing. Crazy turnaround times still at CCS. What about the turnaround time at CGC in terms of the grading? Well, I looked that up just now, and yeah, it's pretty ugly. It's pretty friggin' ugly, guys. Modern books are currently sitting at 132 days for turnaround for modern. Even a fast track, you pay the extra 12, 15 bucks, whatever it is, and it's still 73 days. That's super long time. And that's just going up. I thought it was going down. I think it's gone back up again. Now, the economy is even worse. Economy is 152 days. Now, guys, these are working business days. This doesn't include weekends. This doesn't include holidays and Christmas holidays or Easter. But this is just, at the 20 days in the month that are not holidays, economy are now at 152 business days. So 132 business days for modern, 152 business days for economy. Standard. Holy cow. When I first started sending books to CGC, standard was, I think, 15 business days. 52 business days for a standard submission. Express books that were usually 5 days are now 16 days. The walkthrough is 9 days. And the reholders are 85 days. Although I don't seem to think, I've never seen the reholders take that long, but they're putting on their website 85 business days. I haven't seen it quite that long yet. Now, I think they put these really, crazy long turnaround times on their website. I don't think we're waiting quite this long, but those are on there. And these are estimated wait times. These are not guaranteed by any means. These could go up or go down at any moment. Now, in regards to receiving, if you recall, they were having a problem at CGC with their receiving, and a lot of the books were being stuck in the receiving department for months sometimes. If you sent a book in like in March, it might not get looked at until May. The box would just sit there until May, not even opened or sorted. So that seems to be under control. Books now are being opened within a week or so. I believe their website just said their books are being opened. Books that are received by CGC are opened, about a week later. So right now they're opening books from last week. So they're about a week behind on that front. They still recommend that if you're sending books that are walkthrough or express or mechanical error, that you should indicate that on the box. So when they receive the box, they can expedite it. So it's not sitting and receiving for an extra week or two or what have you. Okay. So again, CCS wait times, ridiculous. We're looking at 7 months in some cases. The CGC turnaround times upwards of 150 days for economy modern, like on average. The receiving department's behind by about a week. But is there good news in the horizon? Did CGC do something great today? Well, today, I'm not sure if you notice this or not, if you're a CGC dealer or you send books yourself into CGC, they actually they launched a new submission page on their website. So I was doing my weekly submissions, and I should have done them yesterday, but stupidly I wait till today to try their new form out. I should have known there's going to be glitches, and guess what? There's glitches. I went online, I started one guy's orders here, and I got through 4 books, and I had to stop. I was getting errors. The pages were taking forever to log in. I phoned CGC to tell them what's going on. They're like, thank you, we know, we'll give it a couple of hours. I think it's going to take more than a couple of hours to fix this problem. One of the problems that was really annoying is, for example, I had a couple of X-Men 4s, first Omega Red. I put all the information in, no problem. I go to submit, and it says this is not it has to be after 1974 for modern tier. And it clearly said 1990 there. So there's some kind of programming glitch there. That's going to slow me down, guys. That's going to slow me down. If it slows me down, that means your books aren't getting there any faster, which really sucks. So I hope they rectify that problem quickly, because I have a ton of books to send out, and I can't send them out until those submissions forms are done, or filled out and properly worked on. So that kind of sucks. Anyways, let's go over to the chat room and see what you guys are talking about. This is going to be a fast one today, guys. I have a little bit of a busy afternoon, evening ahead of me, but I want to come on here and say hi. I have some more news, too, I'm going to share with you in a second. But let's go to the chat window, see who's here. All right, we got Luke. Hey, Luke, how's it going? Who else we have here? We have Frank's here. Hey, Frank, how's it going? Sam's with us. How you doing? Yeah, a little bit early today because I have plans for this evening, and I have to get out of here by before 4 o'clock. Frank, great to hear those subscribers are jumping up for you. Yeah, they're going up. I'm getting about 10 to 15 subscribers every few days, which is great. Sam says, if only you could press Signature Series books. Well, you know what? If I could press Signature Series books, it would help them over there, because they're the only ones who can do that. I requested, I've asked for it, but they haven't given me that. Now, they've said I could be a Signature Series representative if I want to, but that still does not give me the ability to press those books. 132 Michael says, I think that he's referring to the modern tier. Pete's here, finished Dr. Who. Turnaround times at CGC for reholders are just as bad. 85 days? Ridiculous. Hector, are you still suspending service even after planning to get full-time help? I'm not suspended service. I'm working every single day. I'm working every single day, Hector. I'm trying to play catch-up here. I have suspended I'm not receiving books right now because I have nowhere to put them. I have nowhere to put them. I'm at max capacity. So until I can get some of these books out of here, I can't take more books in. That being said, I hope you've done this. If you haven't done this already, I recommend you do so. Get onto my website and fill out a submission form. A lot of guys have listened to me. I already have probably about 20 orders, 30 orders already in queue from people who have not sent their books in. They just have their submission forms done. And so they're in queue to be worked on, okay? So, yeah, I wouldn't say I suspended service. I just kind of slowed things down a little bit so I can get on track here. But when I get to some help in January, I'm anticipating that's going to quicken things up a little bit, hopefully get through some of the backlog even quicker, and hopefully my turnaround time, which is currently around 3 to 4 months, will drop down to I want to go in the 1 to 2 month range where I'd like to be. That's where I'd love to be, and I'm hoping that'll happen in the new year. So thanks, Hector. CJ Design, they open books quickly to charge you sooner. I'll smoke and mirrors. They do. You're right. And that's why I tell people, once your books ship to CGC from me, I bill you, because they bill me as soon as the books arrive and they're open. As soon as they're opened, they charge my credit card. So you can imagine how big my credit card bills are each and every month. Let's just say I'm getting a lot of nice points from it because they're big bills. The Real Hyperion. Hi, Kevin. It's good. Hey, James. How's it going? Good to see you. Mike Mikolos. Kevin, I have value books open on July 1st, still scheduled for grading, sent in April. Do you have a value book still there from earlier than July 1st? I think, Mike, that all my value books are back. There was one order I had sent around the same time as you. It was a smaller order, and they're all back. So, yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't know when that's going to come back. I'd give him a call and see what's happening with that. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Rob Delaney's in the house. How you doing, Rob? Gilbert, how's it going, my friend? We all need to exercise patience with CGC. And that's just that's what I said. I always say, you got to be patient with these guys. Your books are coming. They're in queue. Everyone's books are moving along. It just takes time. You got to remember, guys, this is an unprecedented year. A lot more people either joining into the hobby for the first time and enjoying it, and others who are rediscovering it. In fact, I think it's more of that. People that are rediscovering their passion for the hobby and didn't even know what CGC was, didn't even know what cleaning and pressing was, and now they're discovering that and want to take advantage of all these services, and yeah, we're backed up. And also, the ridiculous prices that comics have been fetching over the last few months and last year or so. Everyone wants to get it. Everyone's clamoring to get their books graded, so if they wish to sell them, they'll be ready to go. So that's a big part of it as well. But yeah, being patient is the way to go. Have you seen Hawkeye episode 5? No, but I'm pretty ticked off. I turned on my one of my channels and they spoiled it for me, so I know what happens at the end. I'm not going to say it here. I'm watching it tonight when the kids come home from school. We're going to sit down and watch it together. Sam, but by the way, I know what the spoiler is and it's pretty awesome. Sam says, I call your subscriber jump from a Burnett effect. Nice to see the jump. Your channel is the only one I don't skip the ads. Thanks very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, being on Robert's show certainly helped me get to the 1,000 mark. It's every time I go on a show now, I get 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 subscribers from it, which is okay. Whatever. I even did another show with another guy earlier this week too, with Shelby at Shelby's Comics. That was fun. We talked about the history of Golden Age comic books, in particular Superman. That was a lot of fun. I love talking with other comic enthusiasts. And guys, again, my promise, my New Year's resolution for this channel is to be able to bring guests into this channel to talk about, their particular loves of the hobby. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind getting a couple of CGC people up on here to answer your questions directly as well, if they're ready for the fire. And if we promise to be nice to them as well. Phoenix Dr. Yu, if I wanted to add to an order that's in queue with you, best thing for me to do to give you the books in January? Yeah, unless your books are coming up. If you see your books on What's in the Press, get those books to me sooner rather than later. Yeah, but you can add to them. That's not a problem, Peter. Not a problem at all. I really am at max capacity. I have nowhere else to store the books. That's my problem. So what I have now is I have my comics here and there, and I can store hundreds of comics in here right now. But books that are coming in now in parcels, I don't even unpack them yet because I have nowhere to put them. So I leave them in their parcels, and I have a space where I kind of store them until I'm ready. And you've seen those pictures on Instagram where I have one of those days where I do a massive purge and I unload, and you see all the packing materials all over my dining room floor. That's coming up again pretty soon because I'm getting to that point again. Eric, is it true? Oh, sorry. It's true. I've been collecting 20 years, and this year was the first time sending in some books, so I apologize for delaying your regulars. Eric, again, man, that is just the way it is. And you know what? If COVID strikes again, and it looks like we're heating up again, I know my wife is a teacher, right? She's teaching right now at the school I teach at, and they've already told the teachers, take home all of your belongings on Friday. Don't leave anything in the school. They are gearing up for another shutdown. I'm not saying that's going to happen for sure, but it looks like there's a good chance there will be another shutdown. If that's the case, then then you know what? Again, people at home. And I think people being at home, they want something to do, right? And so they go and they look at their old collections, and other old interests kind of come back and visit them again, and then they get back into it, which is fine. again, thank you for your patronage, Eric. Thank you for your patience as well. And as long as everybody's patience, everything's going to come. And by the way, I've got a lot of boxes coming back. I've got a box due back on Friday, and I think I've got 3 or 4 boxes. Hey, Jack, how's it going? Hi. Well, Jack just dropped. Want to come say hi? Hi. Well, come on over. They can't see you over there. I've got another box coming back. I'll transition. I've got another box coming back, about 2 or 3 boxes coming back next week. So I'm going to have a lot of unboxings coming up as well. So that's pretty cool. How was school?
Good.
Did you guys talk about comic books?
No.
What?
No.
What are you going to do tomorrow? What do you want to do tomorrow?
I don't know.
You don't know? What's tomorrow?
Oh,
what's tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're going to watch the new Spider-Man No Way Home.
That's right,
I'm
man.
So hyped.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
It felt like it was next week.
No, it's tomorrow, Jackson. It's tomorrow. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anything else you'd like to say?
I'm going Christmas shopping now.
Oh, okay. Make sure you buy me something really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Careful.
I have one more thing to tell you.
Was it? Can they hear it? Or okay, here. Where are you at? Oh. Oh, okay. I have to wait a few minutes for that.
Okay.
Okay? All right, see you, Jack. Say bye.
Bye.
All right, take it easy. Thanks, guys. See you, Jack. Yeah, so let's see here. Where were we? The magazine turnaround times are dreadful. They are worse, Luke. You're right. Marco. Hey, Marco, how's it going? So if we fill out a submission form today, you won't need the books until March or April? Probably February. Yeah, probably February, And if you have submitted to me a submission form, what I have done is I've emailed you and said, thanks for the submission form. I tell you to watch social media, like either the YouTube channel or, Instagram, because I'll let everybody know I'm ready to take your books at that point. And yeah, so people whose books come in today, today's your day. As I your books are submitted on December 15th. So if you give me your books in March or February and you got a December the 15th submission form, that's what I'm going by. Not by the March drop-off, but by the submission form date. So that's why I tell people, get those submission forms in. That's your trick to it. And you can even tweak your order from now till then. All right? You can always tweak your order. And guys, if you have a submission form and you want to take a book out, just scratch it off and put something else in. I have no problem with that. Those submission forms are just for me when I get your books to keep track of everything. I create a whole new invoice later, but that's my tracking system. I've had guys send me books just with nothing, just sometimes not even a name on the parcel. I'm like, oh my God. And I have to figure out who these books belong to. Don't do that. That's not a good thing to do. Luke, yeah, got to see Spider-Man quick if we shut down. Yeah, I hope they'll shut down tomorrow. That'll suck. Eric, I'm a teacher as well. And yes, we're getting that feeling here too. Yeah, Eric. High school or are you grade school? Hector, hit that like button, guys. Hector says it right, guys. Hit that like button. There's 26 of you in the room right now. I only have 12 likes. What's up with that? Come on now. Get me up to 25 likes. That'd be fantastic. Sam, hi, Jack. Oh, he's gone now, but I'm sure he's okay. That's cool. Long day at work so far for me. Oh, I know, Marco. I know. Hey, let me get back and tell you some more things about my situation, my turnaround times. We're kind of getting on that right now, but let me just tell you what's happening with me, a bit of an update. So as you heard earlier, my turnaround times are pretty ugly. They still are. They've been ugly for a year. And guys, I took a sabbatical this year to work full time on this and to kind of get on top of the comics, but it never slowed down. I just couldn't get on top of it. And while I'm moving along nicely, I'm doing a good amount of books each week. I'm sending lots of books to CGC. I'm still not putting a dent in this backlog. So, as I mentioned on a previous video, I will be bringing in help as of early January. I am also looking at potentially moving my shop from where it's located now, just across the hall. A shop became available across the hall from where my shop is now. It's a little bit bigger. It's got a nice area with lots of windows for the work area, for pressing and cleaning. And it's got another spot, a more comfortable, a bit more spacious spot for customers. Because right now, if you've come to my shop, it's a pretty tight space, a little more spacious. So I'm looking into that as well too. And of course, with that comes more expense and worry and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really just weighing out the pros and cons of everything. But I'm probably going to go to that shop as well too. With that help, I hope I should be able to get this under control within about 2 months' time, I believe. With the amount of books I'm expecting him to work on, and that I'm going to work on as well, together we should be able to get things under control. So that's the first thing. I also mentioned in the description of this video, I never sleep, guys. Maybe I should, but I'm also putting together a raffle site. Now this is kind of cool because it could pertain to you as well, and I'll explain. I see on Facebook all these guys doing raffles for their comic books, and that's fantastic. And the raffles seem to be successful. I am developing a raffle website. I'm not going to give the URL out yet because the site is up actually, but it's not functioning proper yet. And I'm going to put comic books up there, graded books to sell through a raffle. I'm not going to put just, $1 million books up there. I'm going to put, mostly books are in the $200, $300, $400 range. I'll put a couple of big ones up there too. If people feel lucky and they want to try to bid for a really big book, I'll do that as well. But the nice thing about this is you guys often tell me, hey, Kevin, I want to sell my comic books. Where can I sell them? If this works out, this might be a good opportunity for some of you to sell your books through this raffle site. So what I'll do, hopefully it'll be up and running early in the new year as well. I'm working on it. I want to have like 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. And I'll put 2 or 3 books up to start and see how it goes. If I can draw enough people over there, and with your help promoting it, that'll be important too. We will sell some books. And what's cool about this is I'm not going to, I'm asking the nice thing about a raffle is you get exactly what the book is worth, right? There's no haggling back and forth. If the book's $1,000 book, you're going to charge, the tickets are going to equal up to around $1,000, obviously, right? So that's my hope, so that you can garner as much for your book as possible. Now, I don't have enough books to sell, so I'm going to need people to give me books. Now, I don't know what commissions and things like that. I'm not sure I've even thought about that yet. For now, I might just do it as a service, as a kind of a friendly way to do things. But we'll see. We'll figure things out. So that's pretty cool because I always have guys asking me for help on selling books. And to be quite honest, I don't do eBay and I don't do Heritage very much or Comic Link. But I do see those raffles on Instagram. And this one's going to be a little bit more streamlined than that and a little more regular. And the beautiful thing is I'll do all the draws here on YouTube. So when a raffle when all the tickets have been purchased, I'll announce a date and we can all meet here on YouTube and I can draw a winner manually and you'll find out if you won a book or not. It's kind of cool. So anyways, what are your thoughts on that? Do you like that idea? Let me know as well in the comment section below, because if it's a bad idea, I'll scrap it. I won't continue wasting time on it. Anything else to add to this? Okay, I mentioned we got some books coming back from CGC this week and next week. I'm going to hopefully do an episode of What's in the Press tomorrow before I go off to see No Way Home. And let's go back to the chat section and I'll say goodbye to you guys shortly. Let's see what you guys are saying. So Eric says he's a high school teacher as well, like me. Should I grade my ISM Annual 1? Yes, of course. But I also love opening to see the pinups. Well, listen, Eric, that's the problem, right? You slab a book. A lot of guys hate CGC. They hate grading altogether. They say you're putting you're putting your comic book in a coffin because you can't enjoy them anymore because they're unattainable. You can't touch them anymore. But you got to understand, guys, these are now investments. They're no longer just things to be played with. If you want to read, ASM Annual 1, then go online and read it. Or if you want to see the pinups, I'm sure you can find copies of it online. Yeah, I know. The smell's not there and all that sort of thing's missing, but that's just kind of the nature of the beast, unfortunately. Kevin Horn, how's it going? Luke, super shocked your ASM 129 hasn't come back yet. And you know what? It should come back next week. It's finally in a box. And it's been sitting there. It's been sitting there finished for a month. Luke, for a month it's been sitting there. And they're finally shipping it back next week. So I'll have it next week. Mr. Kevin Thorne, Thunder Bay says, hey. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. You got some snow up there now, I bet. We're really warm down here. Hi, Thunder Bay. Fred Myers, awesome. Another place for me to spend my money. The raffle, yeah, you know what? Look, I've seen guys honestly win like super amazing books on raffles, and they get them for $100 or $50. Guys, gambling is not a great thing. I don't endorse it. But you know what I mean? If you can responsibly buy a ticket here and there to potentially win a book that's worth a lot of money, then why not? I might put I got a Killing Joke #1. It's not like a super huge book. It's a $400 book. So I sell maybe, I don't know. I might sell $20. No, that wouldn't be right. How much is it? Well, you know what I mean. $10 tickets or $20 tickets to kind of get to that point. It'd be a lot cheaper to go out and buy the book, But I don't want people going out and spending like $1,000 on these. That'd be a silly thing to do. I think it's like the Lotto 649 or your local Lotto center. I'll buy a ticket once in a blue moon, spend $5 or $10. If I win, I win. If I don't, I don't. And that's all I do. But you want to be careful. You don't want to get in the habit of spending crazy money on something that you're not guaranteed. It's for fun, and there's a good chance you might win, but do it once in a while, not all the time. You got to be responsible, just like all the all the casinos say, gamble responsibly, right? Michael says, I'm in. Lots of CGC books to sell. Excellent, Mike. That's excellent. And I mean, again, you can keep track of everything too. You can go to the website and see how your book's doing. But it will really depend on the word of mouth, right? I'll advertise it on Instagram. I'll advertise it here, of course, and on Facebook. But it really will be up to you guys to push it amongst your groups or whatever, because, it'll be a lot of fun. And I think it's a great way for you guys to sell books as well, too. Eric says, if you took a commission and it was less than most other avenues, I think most people would be fine with that. Yeah, I would probably have to do something like that, because if it goes through my website, I have to charge HST. I have to. Now, I have no choice, guys. I am at that point now where HST, like the taxes here in Canada, are part of my life. So I would probably get the book's value, have the HST and the shipping included, and then just have a ticket price to cover it all. But I'd have to report that. So, and then I'd have to get, I'd probably maybe 10% or something like that. I don't know. Well, we would see. We would figure it out. It's more for fun, to be honest, than anything else. Like, how much money are you really going to make doing something like that? Unless it gets really big. I guess you could make it a really amazing business. But again, it's more of just a kind of an add-on to this channel and just to kind of have fun with everybody. Michael says, I'm in. I hate my money and I need to get rid of it. Michael, perfect place to come. Spend your money on comics. Eric, I'll totally send some books if you need. Perfect. See, you know what, you guys? I've heard that from a lot of people. Nice idea. Could we use the sale towards our bills with you? Oh, sure you could. Totally you could. Josh, what's your opinion on Whatnot? CBE exclusives are now only sold on there, causing the prices to escalate and be worth a lot. Josh, I don't know much about Whatnot because as a Canadian, we can't have an account. I tried to sign up for Whatnot like 3 months ago when I heard about it. And they basically said, nope, so sorry, you are not American. I have a feeling it's going to come to Canada eventually, but I can't really speak to it because I've watched a few, Torpedo Comics are on there. I've seen what they do, but I'd love to get it going, but it's not there yet, unfortunately. Luke, do you think it's inevitable we're going to lock down again? I think we're going to have some kind of a lockdown. The borders are going to close down again. I think they're going to probably close down theaters again. Yeah, I think we're gonna get after Christmas. I think Christmas will will tell us one way or the other what it's. I think that Jack's just talking to me off to the side. They're throwing me off here, guys. 1 second. I think it's inevitable we're going to be unlocked, and I think that Christmas time and our gatherings at Christmas and what happens a week or two after Christmas will dictate heavily as to what's going to happen. Michael, it's not gambling if I know I'm going to win, and my fortune cookie said you win, you will win if you enter Kevin's raffle. Yeah, my wife's. You sure you want to do that? What if people think that you're picking your friends to win the thing? Well, no, I'm going to do it live. I'm going to have everybody's name like one of those electronic gambling, spinner things or whatever, and then everyone sees. I hit the button, and what you see is what you get. Mr. Horn, you have me thinking that maybe I'll sell my Incredible Hulk 180, 181, and 182 in your raffle. You could if you want. They're pretty big, awesome books. Fiendish Dr. Wu. Oh, you know what I just said to CGC today? If you guys saw me on Robert Meyer Burnett's channel the other day, I had a Incredible Hulk 181 9.6. The owner wanted me to crack it, and I said, no way am I going to crack that book. So we decided to send it to CGC and have them, let CCS have a look at it. I wasn't about to crack a 9.6. Sorry, not playing that game. Let CGC do that. So it's off to CGC now. And what a bill that is. I think it's going to cost if they do the press job and the grading and the pre-screening, it's going to cost them almost 2,000 Canadian. But if it goes from a 9.6 to a 9.8, money well spent, right, guys? Money well spent. Finish Dr. Wu. I might be in as well for putting up some books for raffle. Great. Feed my eyes. How you doing, man? Long time. The dreaded tax man. I know. I tried to avoid HST for as long as I could, but I just couldn't any longer. You know that here in Canada, you hit a certain threshold, you have to start charging, and I had to. And what really did it, guys? I probably could have not dealt with HST if I separated CGC from the pressing. I probably could have stayed within the limits if I was just doing pressing. But because CGC's the bills are so big, and if some of you get bills from me, your bills are oftentimes $2,000, $3,000, a lot of big bills. It adds up, and even though that money goes to CGC and not to me, it looks like it's my gross, right? So I have to report that. When they saw that, they're like, oh no, you got to start charging HST. So I'm charging HST. That's the way it goes. But not for Americans. Don't get charged HST. If you're an American, I don't charge you tax. I exempt you from that. Sean, just joined. Curious what I missed. I will rewatch later. Hey, Sean, how's it going? Josh, did Canada see the same hype of prices like the U.S. did earlier in 2021? There's a talk of a cool-off, but not sure if it's a thing. Are you talking about comic book prices or everything? Because I'll tell you, in the GTA outside of Toronto here, everything's been going crazy. Food costs have gone up. Gasoline costs have gone up. House prices have gone through the friggin' roof. Comic book prices have also gone up. So yeah, if that's what you're talking about, yes, we are also seeing it here as well. Big time. Houses that were like $700,000 houses 3 years ago are now 1.4, 1.5 million. It's crazy. Feed my eyes. 3 classes in my kids' school sent home today. Yep, elementary. But they sent everyone home with the rapid test kits. So I'm anticipating school lockdowns again in January. Yeah, my son, Jackie DeSaume, 2 of his friends, and 2 other classes were all sent home, and they're home for the week for the same reason. And my wife said they already sent home 10 classes at high school. Kids that were in, anyways. Yeah, it's not looking good, guys. Pappy, how bad are the magazine CGC turnaround times? They are bad. And let me have a little quick look, and I'll tell you. They are not good. Magazines. Modern, 213 days. Economy, 219 days. And standard is 62 days. So if I take magazines in now, whether they're modern or economy, I would recommend just paying the extra $40 and getting the standard done. So you get your books back within a decent amount of time and not over a year. Because if they're saying 219 days, that's over a year if you're getting them pressed as well. For sure. That's ugly. Michael, your wife is so suspicious. We all know you are super fair, Kevin. And that bribe I am sending you has nothing to do with the fact I'm going to win. That's right, Michael. Shh, quiet. Everyone's going to hear, man. Marco, if I didn't have a signature series that needs a reholder, I would never use CCS. I know. Sam, I bribed him to accept your bribe and let me win anyway. Pappy, let me put it this way. The wait time for magazines are in centuries instead of days, yeah. Finish Dr. Wu. Everything is too darn expensive in Canada. It is now. That's insane to gamble with a 9.6, but fortune favor the bold, I suppose. Yeah, Luke, I think it's a gorgeous book. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous book. So I think he has a chance of getting a 9.8. But he's got to pay for it. So we'll see what they come back at. That being said, do they really want to flood the market? There's 129 9.8s in a Hulk 181. Do they want more of those out there? I don't know. Do they care? I don't know. Pappy, I'm still waiting on my Marvel Special Editions or Special 16. And Michael, Sam T, nice counter move, but I bribed Kevin's wife. Check and mate. There you go. All right, guys, that'll just about do it, I think. Okay, I'll call that a day, guys. Let's get out of here. I got to get moving. I got to go help Jack out with something, and then I've got a dinner date tonight, but not with my wife, with some buddies. Listen, hey, thanks so much for popping by. If you have any questions about CGC, the whole process, CGC, grading, or pressing and cleaning here with me or with other pressers, let me know. Send me an email. Throw me a text. I'm happy to always respond to you guys. Better yet, ask your questions in the comment section below, because everyone can see your questions and I can give answers in the comment section as well. And we're all the better for it. Okay. And remember, by leaving comments, you automatically enter yourself into raffles when I hit those momentous subscription numbers. The next one being 1,500. When I hit 1,500 subscribers, I'm going to have another draw. Take a look in the information section below for more details on that, my friends. I'll be back tomorrow. I should be back tomorrow with an episode of What's in the Press. So until then, take care. Have a great rest of your day. And go watch Hawkeye. I'm going to see it very soon myself. Have a great night, guys. Bye for now.